Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this video on the Aries new moon. This is the first new moon of the astrological year, so it is signifying an energetic rebirth. There's a lot of beautiful momentum and energy that is coming in with this new moon, newfound motivation, a deeper connection to your true self. So much I want to share with you today. So if you are new to me and my channel, my name is Kara Melendi. I'm an Akashic astrologer and I'm also a spiritual business mentor. So I study the planetary shifts and I do this from the realm of the Akashic Records to bring in even more divine downloads on how we can co-create with this energy in the highest timeline possible. And when I work with clients one-on-one or in group programs, I help them elevate their business through co-creating with cosmic intelligence. So tapping into their Akashic records, working with their unique astrology. And if this is something that resonates with you, be sure that you subscribe. It would be an honor to support your journey. And I love sharing these weekly cosmic updates with you. So I'm going to give a little bit of backdrop here on the Aries new moon before I share the new moon chart, and you can actually see the visualization of where these planets are and what's going on with this energy. So since this is marking the beginning of a new astrological year, I think it's a powerful time to reflect on 2022 so far and what that journey has been like for you. So at the beginning of this year, we started this year with a Venus retrograde, and this really supported us in reflecting on our values, coming back to what lights us up, having a deeper awareness of what we want to create this year, what we desire to experience, what no longer has a place in our life. So a lot of guidance was coming in around that, a lot of reflection. And I know for many people, it felt like a slower start to the year because it was more of this internal focused process of making sure that our energy was aligned, that we are in align with our soul path and calling before moving forward. And then we had Mercury go retrograde, and this gave us an opportunity to really reflect on our belief systems and our thoughts. And our thoughts hold an energy, they hold a vibration, and often, well, very often, we share similar thoughts. Thoughts are not absolute truths. They're these options that exist in the field that we can attach to and create a story around. And sometimes those stories serve us, other times they don't. And with that Mercury retrograde, we had an opportunity to look at what thoughts am I entertaining? What beliefs am I taking on? And is that in alignment with where I desire to go, what I desire to create, or is there something that needs to be reworked? So a lot of that reflection process. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we had the Virgo full moon, which really supported our healing and integration and this reflection on, okay, what patterns and habits are at play in my daily life and my daily routine? What ones am I going to take with me as I prepare to enter this new chapter? And what ones am I leaving behind? So it was a really beautiful healing energy with that Virgo full moon. And now that we are here with this Aries new moon, it is that new chapter, it is that new beginning. And where Aries is the first sign of the Zodiac, there is this drive and momentum to really move forward. So I'm going to share my screen here so you can have a visual representation of these energies as well. So down here we have the moon and the sun at 11 degrees of Aries, which makes it a new moon anytime the moon and sun are conjunct at the same degree in the same sign. That is a new moon. And overall, it signifies a time to go within and recharge and really get clear on our intentions. And this new moon especially is such a powerful time for you to revisit what you want to create. What are you manifesting in your life and your business at this time? Do you have an identity that is aligned with what you want to create? Are your belief systems supportive with where you desire to go? This is such a powerful energy to set intentions in. Like, again, it is that energetic rebirth. It is that energetic reset. So I want to look a little more deeply at what the Aries archetype represents. Whether or not you are an Aries, this is energy we're feeling right now. And this new moon is taking place somewhere in your chart. Whatever house Aries rules over for you, whether or not you have planets there, is going to be influenced by this energy. So Aries is a fire sign that is about passion. It's about leadership. It helps us understand that we are greater than any obstacle that comes our way. One of my favorite affirmations that feels very in alignment with the Aries archetype is, I am greater than any obstacle that comes my way. I always rise. And Aries really teaches us that. It teaches us that, yes, there can be challenges and obstacles in life. There can be fears and there can be doubts, but that's okay. I can do it anyway. I am greater than that. And where it is the first sign of the Zodiac as well, there is this energy behind it, a fearlessness in a sense as well of, I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump in. It is a cardinal energy, which is all about taking that initiative, taking action. And this has been a strong message from the Akashic Records. It was coming in last week. I shared it as well, around this idea of motivation. And often we have to do our part to get motivated. Otherwise, we may just be sitting around on the couch, right? We have to lead ourselves to look at, what do I want to create? What do I want to contribute to the world? What do I want to experience? And sometimes give ourselves that little push to take action, to take the first step. And doing that alongside the inner work of exploring our belief system, doing the energetic work so we keep our energy in a good place. But it really is this knowingness that we are invited to lead ourselves, to go first, and then that motivation often builds. So with this energy, it's a wonderful time to also look at the identity you have cultivated. So this is where I want to backtrack a little bit here. When we move from Pisces season into Aries season, and we see Pisces over here, we have Jupiter and Neptune here, which I am going to circle back to as well. But Pisces energy is all about endings and completion, connection to the spirit realm, higher realms of consciousness, and knowingness that we are all interconnected. And then as we move into Aries season, it represents the unique identity we take on as we come into this physical body. So as you come into this incarnation, we have an ego, we have a personality, we have a unique identity that becomes very powerful for what we contribute and share with the planet. So if you do nothing else, which I know you do, I know if you follow me, you do many beautiful things for yourself and the planet. Simply by being here, though, you have a unique energetic signature that influences the vibration of the planet. And that's so powerful to realize and recognize and return to, because this Aries moon is that opportunity to lay down or release and let go of the projections, the labels, the titles that other people may have placed onto you that are not who you really are, and that in some ways may even hold you back. You got to sort through that and come back to your soul's truth, what you know to be true about your power, your ability to create the abundance you want, the joy you want, the business that you want. It is available to you. If you hold the desire in your heart, it is written in your records, destined and ready for you to claim. So that's kind of the energy with Aries here. And this Aries new moon is, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to be held back by situations or people. I'm going to remember who I really am and what is possible for me. Now, if we dig in a little bit deeper here, one of the most significant aspects of this new moon is Chiron. Chiron is conjuncting the sun and the moon here very closely. Chiron is known as the wounded healer in astrology, and Chiron was named after the Greek philosopher and healer who was a demigod, and wounded in battle, also had wounding early on in life related to rejection. And he was unable to heal himself, but known to be this masterful, wise teacher and healer. And each of us in our birth chart has Chiron in a certain placement. When I work with clients, understanding their Chiron is very key for different aspects of their life, and definitely for their business as well, and understanding where some of their triggers are, their wounds are, their insecurities are, but also their greatest healing abilities. Chiron is shaped as a key. So it's that reminder that what we can often see as a wound or an insecurity can be our greatest strength as we lean into it. As we're open to being vulnerable, as we're open to doing the healing work. Now, Chiron also reminds us that we don't have to be perfect in order to heal others. We're all on this journey of growth and evolution and healing, and it doesn't mean that we can't be on that journey and at the same time helping other people with our message, with our work. You have codes of healing and wisdom within you that your soulmate clients need. I often refer to soulmate clients because we literally have soul contracts and a deep connection with the people that we are here to support. And you have those gifts. This is about owning that. Now, what I feel from this as well, Chiron again always signifies an element of healing, but where this is a new moon, and it's happening in the sign of Aries, there's also this understanding of being able to let go of the stories, the beliefs, the energy that holds you back, and to move forward. There's like a deeper insight into, oh, I can lay this down now. I'm not going to waste my time doing this anymore. I'm not going to focus on this anymore. I'm not going to get caught in old dialogues that ultimately don't serve me. They don't make me feel good. They don't align with my vision. They're not helping the people around me. They're not helping strengthen my connection. It's time to drop it and let it go. So very significant here. There can be an awareness of what those triggers are, but I feel this energy is very empowering. Yeah, I'm just hearing from the records as well. Like there's an empowerment here that I can do this, I can move forward, I can work through some of these shadows. Now, the other significant aspect is Mercury also conjunct this new moon energy. Mercury is in the sign of Aries. So I want to backtrack a little bit more with this energy too. Mercury recently moved through Jupiter in Pisces and Neptune here in Pisces before moving into Aries last week. And it's that understanding of higher realms of consciousness, our higher self. So we have these different aspects and parts of ourself, and the most important part of that is our higher self, who is connected to our soul and our soul's truth. And we want to amplify that voice of our higher self. We don't want to get too stuck in the shadow or the ego without an awareness of who we really are. So embracing all parts of ourselves, including your wise higher self, welcome her into the equation, because Mercury here conjunct this new moon is an energetic reboot around your thoughts and belief systems as well. And considering the context, we've been leading up to this, and now it's like, okay, I have this awareness of the beliefs I want to call in, the thoughts that I want to call in. Remember, there's different thoughts that exist in the field. If we think of like the quantum space, the quantum field, which holds different frequencies and energies of possibility and potential, and we can choose what we want to align with. Each of those thoughts vibrate at a different frequency and energy, and we can choose the thoughts that we take on, that we embody. And it's important, of course, that we choose wisely, because that will determine the actions we take, the habits we take, we create, the energy that we are signaling to the field as well. And so really very, very important here. But again, this is empowering. This seems like there's been an energetic reset here, and there's new thoughts and new ideas that are coming in, and you're believing in yourself more than ever before. You're willing to take action on these ideas. Beautiful energies there. So the ruler of this new moon is Mars. So we're going to jump over here, and Mars is currently in the sign of Aquarius. So Mars is very much a masculine energy in astrology. It's about motivation, ambition, moving forward. Sometimes it's associated with aggression as well. And it can be aggressive, right? The god of war, Mars. In the higher octave, it's more about how we use our life force energy, how we use that drive in our life to manifest, to attract, to generate, to call in what we desire. Now, in the sign of Aquarius here, there's a few messages that came in through the records. The first one that really dropped in when I was feeling into this energy is that we don't heal in isolation. And this was also part of Chiron's story, if you study Greek mythology as well. I won't go into that, but there was a component of it of him isolating, trying to heal from battle, and that the recognition that there is healing that we do on our own, but there's also healing that can only happen through community, through our relationships, through our connection. this brings together both. There is healing we have to go internally, and that only we can do. And then there is healing that comes through those other aspects I just spoke of, our relationships, our connection. We learn about who we are in many ways through our relationships as well, in terms of not taking on other people's projections or beliefs or labels of who we are, but how we show up, how we respond to other people, what triggers us, what activates us, what we love. Like, that's how we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. So that really speaks to this sense of community, of not isolating yourself, of reaching out, of building the connection. We really need that. I think more than ever, we need to feel that sense of support and community and really come together. Now, Mars is also conjunct Saturn, and I feel this really fits into the storyline as well. So Saturn and Mars together are an interesting mix, because Saturn is about discipline and structure and a slowing down and a wisdom, and Mars is like, let's go. So when they come together, it's this really good balance of being motivated and ready to move forward, but also being very wise and intentional about the decisions you're making, being able to see beyond just the present moment to the longer term consequences of your actions, which is really key, right? Really important that we don't just look at what feels good in this moment, what I want to do in this moment, but you have the bigger vision, which Aquarius is all about, that bigger vision. You have the bigger picture of where you want to go, and you're able to take actions in the present that move you closer to where you want to go, not just what feels good in the moment. So this energy really powerful here, because there is that, again, that motivation, that drive, that excitement and joy as well. Like, it's a fiery energy. It's cardinal. It's let's go, let's have fun. Don't forget our power. Don't forget about joy. There can be an innocence to Aries as well, of just like going for it. But again, there's depth to this, where Chiron is coming into play. We have Saturn and Mars here in Aquarius. There's an awareness of the bigger picture of where we are going, which is very beautiful. The last aspect I want to look at is Jupiter and Neptune here in Pisces. Really, really interesting. And there's a lot to say around this as well. Again, this is our connection into higher dimensions, higher realms of consciousness, and understanding that we are human. We are also soul first and foremost, and we can connect with our spirit team. All of that. This can also be, Jupiter is about knowledge and wisdom, and Neptune can make things kind of hazy. So we feel overwhelmed on a larger sense right now with the information we're getting, and really wondering what we can trust, right? It really feels like it can be an illusion at times. Like, we're really questioning, what do I trust? What don't I? And kind of feeling overwhelmed with that. So the best thing we can do is come back to your heart, right? And the heart is also a portal into the Akashic Records and other realms of consciousness. When we come back to our heart, we can know what feels true and good and aligned for us in our life. And we can really trust that in moving forward as well. So I'm loving these new moon energies. I'm going to stop the share here, because I think those are the main aspects that I want to show you and talk about. So takeaways here, come back to really looking at what follows the sentence of I am. How are you defining yourself? How are you showing up in the world? How are you leading yourself when maybe those insecurities come up, those triggers come up? When circumstances come up that throw you off, this is where Aries energy can be really good. It's like, okay, things can come in that feel hard, but this is when I dig in deeper. This is when I surrender more. This is when I really get to practice having faith and moving forward with that. So overall, I think a really uplifting, empowering energy for sure. All right, so I invite you to share below your new moon intentions. Be sure that you subscribe. I'll also attach some links below so you can follow me on Instagram if you like. And I'll also share the link to my Divine Creators Inner Circle, where we do new and full moon ceremonies, where we do Akashic Record meditations and activations. So you learn more about reading your unique Akashic Records. Lots of powerful, powerful content and energy work in that space. And at the core, it's helping you master manifestation by co-creating with cosmic intelligence. So check that out if it resonates. Sending so much love and new moon blessings your way. I will see you soon. Bye.